is how it looks. You see that? So when it's cooled, we just put some nice butter. Or now it's nice. You see how springy it is? Ooh, look at these dumplings. Look at them. If you know anything about Rotten Town, there be a cook rundown, you know. This is home. Look at that beauty. Look at it. Colors popping. Sauce is there. Glossiness is there. And everything. Look at the color. Look at the color. On today's episode of the Jamaican Cooking Journey, I'll be sharing with you how I make my Jamaican cornbread. And I want to pause here to say special thanks to all my patrons. If you would like to be a member of my Patreon family, in the description of this and all my other videos and lives, there will be the link. Thank you. So right inside here, let me tell you what I have. Inside I have here 1 cup of cornmeal. Try to get the cornmeal that is, you know, soft. My one had a little grain. So I have 1 cup of cornmeal and about 1.25 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 and about 1/8 of a tablespoon of instant yeast, and that also works out to be 1 packet. That's all I have in here. Okay, I'm gonna be using a little salt, but I will not add the salt right onto the yeast. Now right here I have about 1/2 cup of warmed evaporated milk. Yeah, just warm enough to activate the yeast. And I'm going to be putting about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. So you can use any other oil. Okay. So now that I have mixed my yeast in and it's not directly right there, I'm going to be putting about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This is not a teaspoon, this is like 1/2 teaspoon. I'm gonna put in a little more because bread, you have to make sure to the salt up. So that's it. And last but not least, I have 1 beaten egg. So I'm gonna give it a little stir right here, and I'm gonna set it right now on the mixer on the lowest speed to start mixing with the dough in on, of course. So hence we go, we are going to be mixing this with the dough for a pretty good 8 to 10 minutes. Come in, maybe to stop and to scrape around the dry. You see, we want to mix it until it forms a ball, as we do with our bread. Okay, I'll be using the mixer for this one, not my hand. I can't use the hand with this one. Okay, we are gonna mix it on that low speed, stopping maybe once or twice to, let me show you, to just to get, you don't want to put any more liquid at this point. Scrape around, and we are gonna mix it until we have it's coming around and cleaning the sides of the bowl. So at this point now, I'm adding about this a pinch of turmeric because my cornmeal is not yellow enough. So if you have that yellow cornmeal with a little water added, I just added that. So let's go up. You don't want to be adding a lot of water, and the water was warm. So we are going to mix until we get that dough coming together. So it is becoming soft, or it has gotten softened. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to add some soft margarine or butter, whichever you choose. You do what you want to do. So I'm going to add about 1 full tablespoon of softened margarine, and all these must be at room temperature. Okay, remember, make sure everything is at room temperature. And then we are going to continue mixing. Okay, now so you see it's coming together and it's forming that ball, pulling away from the sides. We have been mixing for about 4 minutes now, so we have another 4 to 5 minutes to go until all of that gluten is worked up in this yeast and it starts pulling away from the sides. Then we will return. So okay, now family, you see what we're talking about? It has been mixing, and now it's cleaning the side of the balls, and you see it's forming a ball in there. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for maybe another less than a minute, and I'm gonna take it out and return. So you want to mix it in your mixer until the sides are clean and it forms that dough ball on the dough hoop. Next clip. So family, this is it. You see, it's not even sticking to the spatula. Now, so if your cornmeal happens to not give you that pretty bright color as I showed you, you can add a little, just a tubes of turmeric. Okay, yeah. So I didn't add it before because I thought my cornmeal would be yellow enough, and at this point your dough must be warm. See, it's coming out, it's not sticking to the spatula. So we have it right out of the bowl. Yep, this is the color. You want to know, flour your surface very lightly, because we're just gonna bring it into, we're not gonna do any kneading. We don't have to do a lot of kneading. You see, we just want to just get it nice. You see that? So you don't want to hold it for flour if we're gonna turn it now in our bread, you know, because it's at its point now. Yeah, so this is it. Just making a ball. See there? Just making a ball. So what I'll be doing right here, I got me my bowl, and I'm going to be greasing my bowl. I'm going to be greasing my bowl with a little olive oil. Yeah, and we're going to leave it to proof. All greased. And we're just going to put it in our bowl. Cover with a clean kitchen towel, you know. And you're going to put it in the warmest place in your kitchen. On top of your oven, inside of your oven, with just on like the lowest temperature. 1 hour time we'll return. Okay, now cooking fam, it's about that time. We have been shy of an hour, but you can see that it's there. So we did put plastic wrap. Camera girl loves to put plastic wrap. We have got our casserole heavily greased right here, and we're gonna punch our dough down still warm. Yep. And we're gonna remove it from here. Now it's the norm as with any rolls or anything like that. So I'm gonna flour your surface, and I'm just gonna give it a slight, nothing much. This doesn't require a lot of anything more. This is just it. So right now, so this is my casserole. It's oblong shape. So I'm going to try to get about maybe 8 pieces. I'm not sure if it's enough for 8 pieces. So as I go along, I'm not using a scale, so as I go along I'll see how it goes. So we're going, and this is a little biggish, so I'm gonna put, yes, so you see how soft the dough is. So you want to have it something like this, you know, tuck it into little balls. Yeah, and some of the times they make them bigger. And you want to set it. Maybe my container is a little biggish, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna give them space to rise, and you get the picture right there. I'm gonna see how much I can get, putting them like this, folding them over. You see how soft it is? Yeah, so that's how you want it. I'm gonna do them and return. So okay, cooking fam, we have changed our casserole, and this is what we have. We're gonna put it right back. I put it right here. Remember, you know, if you're doing these, you got to make sure you take note of the temperature. If you're having a temperature drop, time is cold like where you are, you have to make sure to heat it up or you proof it in your oven. 30 minutes time and we'll return. Okay, now fam, I'll preheated our oven and this is about that time. Don't mind this, the cornmeal, that's why it looks like that. As it starts, the heat takes it and it starts baking, there will be a different look. Right in our oven, yeah, really heated, really nice. 15 to 18 minutes. 380 on the Celsius right up there. 190 to 220 if you're on Fahrenheit. So out of the oven, and I've just brush them with some melted butter. This is what we consider cornbread in Jamaica, like a savory pastry. It's in the pastry part of the supermarket. Bakeries do it, you know. So, and we have this with a butter. Every Jamaican knows it, with butter and cheese, just like how we would have our raisin bread, you know. This is our Jamaican cornbread, right? And we really don't eat it at dinner. We have it like just like a bread, you know, as raisin bread or something. So we are leaving them now. They've just come out, and we're leaving them to cool down. And as they cool down, I'll come back. I will just open one and let you see what it looks like. And I must tell you, remember that if you can get the cornmeal without the grain, actually I did not have the one. There's a softer one. I did not have that. So inside have these little cracks, but it's all cooked and it's all okay. So if you can get the cornbread that is soft, I did not get to go to the store to get it. A really soft cornmeal is better. When these are cool, I'll come right back to you. So I've removed them, okay, and this is what it looks like at the bottom. So you see we have them like little rolls, and we pull them apart and we leave them to cool. This is what they're pretty hot. Wow. But I just want to show you inside what they look like. This is what we consider cornbread in Jamaica. I'm gonna open one for you to see, but it's pretty hot. But in the supermarkets they will be bigger though. They are made bigger. I just want to open one for you to see what the inside looks like. Woo! Me a duppy in here. This is how it looks. You see that? So when it's cold, we just put some nice butter. Or now it's nice. You see how springy it is? You put some cheese, let it melt, and some butter. That's our cornbread. Thanks for watching.